For $57,590, a public school district in Western New York bought a teacher that never sleeps. She has silicone skin, long brown hair, a face designed to react while you talk. And a digital twin students could reach from home 24 hours a day. Her name is Sally. She was supposed to enter Salamanca High School this fall. Then, New York education officials raised concerns, teachers pushed back, community members demanded answers, and the district stopped the pilot before Sally ever taught a class. So this is not a story about a robot replacing a teacher. It is a story about what happened when one company tried to make artificial intelligence feel human enough to belong in a classroom, and a community asked whether human enough was precisely the problem. Let's separate the robot from the headlines. Salamanca City Central School District approved a $57,590 package from Realbotix. The centerpiece was an M-series humanoid robot, seated, stationary, and capable of upper body movement, facial expressions, and natural language conversation. But the robot was only the physical shell. The more consequential product was Optio, a digital AI teaching assistant. Students in the district's WAS Ed AI and robotics courses could talk with the avatar in class, continue the conversation from a laptop after school, upload homework for feedback, and receive translation in more than 100 languages. In person, a student could identify themselves with a unique code. Sally could then retrieve that student's earlier conversations and continue where the digital avatar left off. That continuity is the sales pitch. One personalized tutor, available in a screen or embodied as a humanoid. The district insisted this was a limited STEAM pilot for a small group of students and staff, not a replacement for teachers. It said the system would use only district-approved material, would not search the open internet, and would answer, "I don't know," when a question fell outside its knowledge base. It also said the robot would not record audio or video, use facial recognition, transmit data to Realbotix, or collect personally identifiable information. On paper, that sounds less like ChatGPT in a silicone face and more like an interactive curriculum kiosk. But that creates the first big question. If the intelligence is locked down, stationary, and already available on a laptop, what educational problem does the humanoid body solve? Embodiment changes how people react to software. A chatbot is a box on a screen. A humanoid looks back. Its face can signal attention. Its voice can sound patient. Its memory can make an interaction feel like a relationship. That may increase engagement, but it also makes the machine easier to trust. And trust is not a cosmetic feature in a school. Students are not customers testing a novelty at a trade show. They are minors in a place where adults have a duty of care. When a system remembers prior conversations, comments on homework, and responds to sensitive disclosures, the interface is no longer just decoration. The face can change what a student is willing to reveal. Realbotix and the district described safeguards. The avatar reportedly redirected a simulated bullying disclosure toward a trusted adult. Certain terms involving self-harm were supposed to alert administrators. Those may be sensible guardrails. But every guardrail creates another governance question. What exactly is stored? Who can inspect it? How long is it retained? What triggers an alert? Can a student challenge a mistake? And if a supposedly anonymous identification code reconnects a child to a persistent learning history, how anonymous is that experience in practice? The district said student privacy was its top priority. New York's education department still wanted stronger answers. Then there is Realbotix itself. The Toronto-based company was previously called Tokens.com, a business associated with cryptocurrency and virtual real estate. In 2024, it acquired Simulacra, the parent company behind RealDoll, known for hyper-realistic adult dolls. Realbotix says its education technology is separate from that business, and that the Salamanca robot was built specifically for classroom use. That distinction matters. A company's corporate history does not prove that a school product is unsafe, but institutional trust is not a technical checkbox. Parents and teachers are allowed to ask why a company best known for making artificial companionship feel lifelike should become an early provider of humanoid educational relationships for minors. Realbotix calls Sally a supportive tool. Critics see a company using an underserved school as the proving ground for an untested category. And Salamanca is not just any district. The city sits on the Allegheny territory of the Seneca Nation. Reporting by New York Focus says the district serves roughly 1,300 students. About 32% identify as American Indian or Alaska Native, and 79% are economically disadvantaged. That history changes the moral temperature of the experiment. Some Seneca community members connected the pilot to a much older pattern: institutions testing new systems on indigenous children without first earning deep community consent. Their objection was not students should never learn AI, it was that innovation should not arrive as a decision already made for them. On July 24th, the conflict reached Albany. New York State Education Commissioner Betty Rosa sent the district a letter saying the department remained concerned about the effect a humanoid robot could have inside a high school classroom. State officials raised questions about student privacy, safeguards, and the risk of software performing functions that should remain with trained professionals. Hours later, Salamanca announced that the Realbotix project was on hold while it worked through enhanced student data privacy agreements and continued discussions with the community. Realbotix said it respected the decision and wanted the program to be safe, district-approved, and supported by teachers. That is where the story stands. Not canceled forever, not deployed, but paused before launch. And honestly, that pause may be the healthiest part of the entire experiment. Because AI in education is not waiting for a humanoid body. Teachers already use AI to create worksheets, adapt reading levels, build quizzes, and cut administrative work. Students already use tutors and chatbots outside school. The useful question is not whether AI enters the classroom. It already has. The question is which jobs we give it. AI can translate instructions. It can offer extra practice at midnight. It can help a teacher generate 3 versions of the same lesson. Those are tools. But motivation, judgment, conflict, belonging, and knowing when a child's silence means I'm confused versus something is wrong, those are relationships. UNESCO's guidance on generative AI in education puts human agency at the center. It calls for privacy protections, age-appropriate use, evidence of educational value, and consultation with teachers and learners before deployment. That standard suggests a better test for every AI product sold to a school. Does it give teachers more time to be human, or does it make the machine more human so institutions can ask people to do with less? That is the line worth defending. Sally may eventually enter a Salamanca classroom. If she does, the most important feature will not be her face, her voice, or how convincingly she remembers a student. It will be whether the adults around her remain accountable for every decision the system influences, and whether the community gets a real choice before the future walks through the door. The robot teacher did not replace anyone, but for $57,590, it forced New York to decide what a teacher is actually for. Follow for more tech truth bombs.